Welcome back, everyone. It's Kirok here. And here we are with the new series. New map, new adventures. So, on this episode, I'm just going to basically explain what's going on, what the series is about, what the whole point of what I'm doing is. Some of you may have noticed right from the title, it's called ALS EarthWalk. This first episode is titled Ground Rules, so I'm going to explain basically what the whole episode's for, or the series is for. It is going to be a virtual walk-a-thon designed to generate donations for a really, really terrible disease called ALS, ALS for short. It's called amyotrophic lateral amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is the actual medical term. It's also known as motor neuron disorder or disease, as well as more commonly in the United States, Lou Gehrig's disease. So some of you might be wondering, well, Kirok, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do a series that is a virtual walk-a-thon to generate donations for the disease? With me, it kind of hits home. I have a family member who's affected by the disease, and I've been watching this person change over time. It's rather personal, and I don't really want to get into that. So what I want to do is concentrate on what I can do, not just for the person I know that's affected, but anyone and everyone that's affected by this disease. In case you guys are wondering, if you don't know, it's basically a disease that affects all the muscles in the body. It doesn't happen all at once. It slowly, gradually moves across the body and renders the muscles useless, but at such a slow pace. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. In some cases, it can be pretty quick moving. In other cases, it can be pretty slow moving. At present time, there's no actual cure for this disease. So, you know, why or how did you get this idea, Kirok? You guys might be asking. Well, the idea is I mean, there are many YouTubers out there who are doing donation setups for all kinds of causes, but I must say the one that really has inspired me to do something is Far Lands or Bust, and you guys have probably heard of it. It's very well known in the Minecraft community, run by Kurt Mac, and he does a virtual walk-a-thon for Child's Play charity. So I've been following him for the better part of a year, and having watched multiple episodes of his. Oh, and I'm gonna starve, so let's get punching some woods and get some trees and apples. Yeah, so he's been basically doing his for a few years now. I think probably 3 years, roughly, more or less. And he's, you know, raising donations for Child's Play charity, which is, you know, awesome, really awesome. And I've been following and watching, and he has inspired me to do this. Now, I'm not going to do a straight copy of his world. First off, he's doing it in an older version of Minecraft, and in his older version of Minecraft, gee, I wonder if there are animals here so I can get some food. I don't see any animals. In his older version of Minecraft, his goal is to make it to the Far Lands, hence the title. Now, I'm running a map that is actually a map that was designed in, I think, that same old version, 1.7.3. I could be mistaken, but it was a time back when the cardinal points on the world were off by 90 degrees. So this map that's been designed has north in the incorrect direction, according to the new Minecraft cardinal points, which is why I have that little mini map that you see over there in the top corner. Please drop an apple. Oh, no apples. Okay, I'm gonna have to search for food. Yeah, I'm using the mini map that you see there to, because I can actually go in and tell the mini map to use Old North right there. And that Old North is what I need for this map that I've loaded to work for what I plan to do. And that's what I'm going to get into and explain. I did hear a bat, so that tells me mobs are spawning. I just got to find something, or I'm going to starve to death. Whoops. Okay. So, yeah, getting back to the point. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing here. Do that right. Okay. Sorry, there's a little dead air there. So getting back to the point, ideally what I want to do is walk with goals and things that I need to do. And it'll be kind of an educational process for myself, because on each episode or every other episode or so, I'll talk about the disease, a little news or piece of information or tidbit that will teach us a little more about it, because I'm not an expert on it. So I'm going to take this opportunity to learn myself as I raise awareness about it, you know, in the public eye. But not just the disease, but also planet Earth. And you're wondering, what? How? What do you mean? Oh, God, I need food. Oh, you know what? Oh, I need string for fish. Fishing takes forever. And let's get some saplings. I might just die because I got no apples from that. Oh, I hear... Okay, let's go this way. We got to come back here. And anyways, if I die, I'm going to respawn back there. Actually, we'll wait here, go to bed, because it should get dark before I die. If I die, I'm not too concerned. Because as I said, this episode is more a ground rule thing. So, yeah, you guys are wondering, well, what does planet Earth have to do with this? The map I've loaded is actually a replica of our planet, planet Earth. In fact, if you look over where we spawned, this bed, see the sign? We are in Vancouver. So this, according to the map, is Vancouver. And that way is north, according to the mini-map using Old North. That way is east, that way is south, and that way is west. And we're going to utilize this mini-map in order to travel the world. I think they're underground here. Can I sleep yet? Whoop. So you're wondering, well, what's the idea? Like, why travel the Earth, Kirok? Well, here's why. When it comes to ALS, in real life, there across the city or across the country, there are actual walks that people organize. So they are real walks for ALS to raise awareness again and to raise money. So I was thinking, you know, I have this awesome game at my disposal. Watching Kurt J. Mack walk across a vast landscape, I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if I could do the same thing only across the face of the Earth? So it took me a while to scrounge up this map, but I finally found it. It's been out for probably 3 years now, more or less. Okay, it's getting dark. Let's go see if we can sleep. Set our spawn point, and if we die, it doesn't matter. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking from city to city. Ideally, or first, what I wanted is I wanted a map of Earth that was 1-to-1 scale. Yeah, I'm going to die. Let's die over here so I can pick up all my gear once I'm dead. Yeah, I wanted a map of Earth that was 1-to-1 scale. But it's easier said than done. I was reading on a bunch of forums online, and people were actually debating this a while back when this map that I'm currently using was created. And they were talking about a 1-to-1 scale map of Earth with realistic size in the vertical and horizontal, if you want to look at it that way. latitude and longitude, would take up about 5 terabytes of hard drive space. Well, I can tell you this map, which isn't 1-to-1 scale, it's actually 1 to 1,500, is about 8 gigs once it's converted over properly. So even this map was, a big thing to load. Not only that, neither this map or an actual 1-to-1 scale would accurately represent Earth anyways, because of the fact that Earth goes much higher than the world limit in the height, as well as much lower than the world limit. And so that's a little bit of the story behind what I did to try and find it. So ideally what I want to do is I want to set my sights and head off from Vancouver and go to a city. In my first episode, what I will do is I will set off from here, Vancouver, and head to Toronto. Why Toronto? Well, that's where I'm from. I'm in Toronto. So that's going to be our first episode. Now, being a smaller map, or being a map that is smaller in scale, it won't take real time to get there, meaning it won't take weeks. It'll take probably days in the game, maybe 2 or 3 episodes worth at about 20 to 30 minutes, maybe more, maybe less. And, I was thinking, well, that's not really good, because then I won't have a little, a bit of longevity to this series. But I had, I'm going to die. Okay, it's all right. So I had the idea of doing it, but I was kind of blocked at that point. And I got a chance to sit down with Hamnisu, kind of fill him in on my idea. Hamnisu plays on the Cranky Craft server with me. So if you haven't checked out his videos, go ahead and check them out. And he basically brainstormed with me and came up with some awesome ideas, which we're going to implement. What we're going to be doing is talking about the cities that we're going to, so we get a chance to educate each other, myself as well as the viewer, to the country or city we're heading to. On top of that, we will, gain knowledge on the disease that we're doing the walk-a-thon for. And then once I reach said destination, that'll be a goal accomplished. I will drop down a marker with the mini-map, which I'm going to show you as soon as I'm dead. And also, we will build an iconic structure. Here we go. We will build an iconic structure that represents, or best represents, the kind of thing that somebody would think of when we get to that particular destination. Okay. You're not gonna let me have it? Oh, come on. Oh, well. Yeah, so that's going to be what we're doing. When we get to our destination, we're going to... There's actually signs. So when you reach Toronto, there's a sign there. Excuse me, my throat's bugging me. And we'll know when we get there, because we'll find the right sign marked Toronto. And then we end the episode at that point, and then the opening scene on the next episode will basically be the CN Tower. So that'll be kind of my marker that I've accomplished that I've gotten to Toronto. And then what I'll do is I'll ask you, the viewer, to write in the comments where you want me to go next. If someone has put a destination, then we'll go to it. Or I'll pick, if there's a few, I'll pick one that, tickles my fancy. If somebody does not, like if there's no comments whatsoever, I'll just pick one at random, and then we'll head for that city. And we'll just keep going that way. And that's pretty much the whole gist of it. There's a few rules. Well, not rules per se, but they are ground rules in general. One, the goal of this is to, as I said, raise awareness about the disease, and learn about the disease, and learn about, planet Earth, our cities, where we live as human beings. The other thing would be to, have the viewers interact with me by picking where we want to go, and then heading that way. It could be a place you've wanted to go to. It could be a place that you've been. There we go. It could be, the city you live in. Just let me know, hey, why don't you guys come on over to whatever city in the U.S. and I'll go there. Or whatever city in Europe, I'll go there. and we will walk and boat there. And then when we get there, we will end the episode, and then on the beginning of the next episode, we'll have some sort of iconic structure that represents that place and set off for a new destination. And that's pretty much it. I'll show you what the marker or the map, okay? So this is Vancouver. The map maker, oh yeah, I'm going to have the link to the map maker in the description, as well as a few other things in the description. There's a website that I got set up through ALS Canada that you guys can go to and make donations. You can go if you like. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. If you feel moved and you want to give, go ahead and give. If not, enjoy the show. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the waypoint feature. Hang on a second. Waypoints are off. Both. So, I just don't remember now how to mark a waypoint. No. Oh yeah, is it this? No. Hang on. Controls. Waypoint hotkey is multiply. Okay, so when I get to my destination, I'm going to drop a waypoint like so. I'm going to name it. So this is an example, obviously. Toronto. And the color that gets chosen is random. That's fine. I don't really care. I just want something there to mark that I've been there. And I'm going to say done. And basically, there it is. So it puts a beam that shoots all the way up. That beam can be seen for quite a distance away. Oh, haha, nice. It even shows me where I died last. That could be kind of considered cheating. Whoops, wrong menu. Controls, radar options, show players. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out where to turn that on and off. There's the death. I can delete it. Delete. And there's the Toronto one. Done. Yeah, I got to see if there's a way I can turn it on and off showing deaths. Show players on. Yeah, I'll figure it out at another point in time. But yeah, so that can be seen from a distance away, and you can see how far away you are from that point. But of course, that will be dropped only when we get to our destination. So as we walk away, we will continue to see that. But at that point, it won't really matter because we've already been there and we want to move on to a new goal. Toronto. Of course, it's not Toronto. So let's go in and delete that one there. Where was it? Waypoints. Delete. Delete. Done. Back to game. Yeah, so I spent a whole bunch of time trying to go into like MC Edit and fix the cardinal points on this map, but I couldn't. So the only thing that would work was just using this mod and switching to Old North on, and that was good enough because now if I want to head to Toronto, we are in Vancouver. Toronto is east, so we head that way over there. So that's pretty much what this whole thing is for. It's something that I want to give it a try, see how it goes. I don't know if it'll be successful. I'm gonna do it partly for fun, partly for myself to educate myself. That sounded good. Allow myself to introduce myself. To educate myself and hopefully the viewer about the disease, ALS, as well as our planet, where we live, our cities, things like that. And at the same time, hopefully, across that distance, across those adventures, we will, find some people who are willing to give, to help out. Not me, but, anyone who's afflicted by this. And basically the money you donate does go towards ALS research. It goes towards helping families that have been, afflicted by this disease, providing them with things like care, people to come to the house and help them, equipment such as proper chairs, walkers, canes, things like that. Even into research for medicine and so on. So as we go through this series, I will, keep you guys posted, let you know how we're doing, if we've raised any money, if so, how much, and we'll keep track of things like that. So, as I mentioned, this is just a quick setting the ground rules episode. The next episode, we're going to start moving. and it's almost nighttime, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna start moving. And oh yes, before I do go, there is one thing I need to ask you guys. I've pretty much planned out the whole episode or series and how it will work, and you guys have already heard that just now. One thing I haven't quite worked out is when we're traveling, what should we do when it turns night? Should I just make a bed, sleep in it, force it to become daytime, and then keep going on my way? Or do I walk through the night, kind of adding a little bit more of a element of danger to the situation and to the walk-a-thon? Let me know. Please respond in the comments. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll pick up the best vote, I guess, or the most amount of votes, whichever ones you guys are a greater number. Oh, I can't sleep. No. Anyways, I'm glad for you guys to have joined me. I really hope to have fun doing this, plus at the same time learn a lot, and I hope you guys will give it a shot. Stick around for the journey. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.